Hello dear viewers, welcome back again to my YouTube channel Literary Miscellanea. This is Dr. Masud Islam and for your service, and this is a part of the entire lecture series focused upon Bihar BSEB STET PGT TGT syllabus, and today's discussion is all about the poem by John Donne, that is the Sunne Rising. And before going to the poem directly, let we discuss about the poet John Donne and and its contemporary society. As you all know that John Donne is a poet of diverse thinking, is a poet of controversial thinking or controversial issue, and he was one of the most iconic figure in the post-Elizabethan era, and he was the poet who has mastered on the theme of metaphysical poetry or on the genre of metaphysical poetry. And as you all know that what is metaphysical poetry, metaphysical is a term that is coined by Dryden, and it is applied to a group of poetry by none other than Dr. Samuel Johnson. So in one of his essays, John Dryden wrote about Donne that he affects the metaphysics. All right, so he affects the metaphysics. So from the term metaphysics, Dr. Samuel Johnson later applied the entire group of poets to the term that they are metaphysical poetry, because their poetry consists with such words, with such syntax, with such context that are relative to metaphysical type of poetry. And now let's discuss what is metaphysical poet. Metaphysical is coined with two terms, meta and physical. Meta means beyond, and physical means the physical boundary or the physical world. So beyond the physical world, so what remains beyond the physical world? The universe, the universal entities, the the chemicals, the philosophical understanding, the logics. So John Donne and his contemporary metaphysical poetry used to use this type of terms, this type of words in their poetry, and make their poetry a amalgamation of science, philosophy, chemistry, physics, universal entities, and the critical situation of the poet or the love longing of the poet are so interlinked with these thoughts, with this context, with these metaphysical world, that they seem to be very odd for the readers. And because of this, the contemporary readers was very critical on John Donne and the metaphysical poets, because they used to take the easy way of understanding, the easy way of theme about love, about love longing, about the persuasion of the lady love. But John Donne, in opposite to these themes, totally disagreed with the theme of persuasion, with the theme of following one's lady love. He's totally against the contemporary tendencies. He was of the opinion that a lady should be equal to the man. What a man wants, a lady also should want. And joining their wantings or their desire, they will act accordingly. They will love accordingly. Not getting love by persuading the lady love or soothing the lady love. So this is why John Donne, totally in opposition to the contemporary traditions, follows the, you can say, radical way of addressing to the lady, and this radical way of addressing to the lady makes most of the feminist to raise their voice against John Donne, complaining that John Donne does not give importance to a lady's feelings, a lady's emotion, and he tries to deteriorate the lady, deteriorate the female body, and use vulgarity. So this is what about John Donne, and after certain periods when T.S. Eliot and W.B. Yeats in the modern time read the poem of John Donne, they understood the importance, the hidden meanings of John Donne's poetry, and they eulogize John Donne, and they try to promote John Donne's poetry and appreciate Donne's metaphysical works in his poetry. Okay, this is all about John Donne's poetry and its context. Now let us describe about the poet about the poet. Sunne Rising, John Donne, written in 1633. And John, you can one thing, the poetry of John Donne had been published posthumously after his death. Okay, so after he died in 1631, and his poem was published in 1633. It is a metaphysical poetry, and it is called Aubade. In what sense? Aubade is what? It is also a poetic genre, and Aubade is called a morning song. A morning song, and the French, Italian troubadours, used to sing the song through, and the song is called Aubade. It is a Roman word, Aubade, and its opposite word is serenade. What? Serenade, evening song. So Aubade is morning song, and serenade, evening song. All right. Okay. Structure. It has 3 stanzas of 10 lines each, and it is called designs. 10 lines stanza is called designs. Okay. And the rhyme scheme is ABAB, CDCD, EE. And the rhyme scheme, though ABAB maintain the ABAB, CDCD, EE, rhyming lines or rhythms, but the meter is not in order. The meter is in disorder, in disorderly form. Some line is in iambic pentameter, some line is trochaic, some line is dimeter, trimeter, etc. Not in like Shakespearean sonnets or like his contemporary sonneteers. Okay, poetic device is conceit. Conceit is a far-fetched comparison between two dissimilar things, totally dissimilar things, and one, after reading the conceited words, one would feel puzzled, but when go deeper, then can understand the meaning of the conceited word. Hyperbolic language, paradox. Metaphysical poetry is all about conceit, hyperbolic language, and paradox. So the poem theme is microcosm, time, power, love. The microcosm, the world is nothing to the poet. The bedroom and the room is the world for the poet. This is the theme of the poem The Sun Rising. So let's discuss the poem line by line. It is in old English, spelling. The sun is called as S-U-N-N-E, and John Donne has mastered on the art of applying old English form in his poetry. So this is a poem of self-complacency, one self-satisfaction, one who considers himself to be in the highest point, a kind of narcissism. Okay, so busy old fool, unruly sun. You can see in your screen line by line analysis. Busy old fool, unruly sun. The poet is in complaint mode and he complained against the sun, telling that the sun is very busy and it is old one. Since time immemorial, he is doing the same job, unruly also, not following the rules. I don't know why the poet has used the term unruly, because sun is the most punctual thing. Because the sun is the most punctual thing. He is not unruly. I think that it is transfer epithet, hyperlase. Unruly sun. The sun is not unruly. The person who is complaining against the sun is unruly. He is not following the rule actually. Yes. So unruly sun, and maybe the sun is unruly in the other sense, in the sense of not following the lover's rule. The lover has its own rule, and the sun following its own rule, own universal rule, does not follow the lover's rule, the individual rule. Why does do this? Why you are doing this? Why are you irritating me? Why are you so irritating? Thou through windows and through curtains call on us, and you are disturbing us by intrusion forcefully through curtains and through windows. Should we not make love? Should we awake by your call, seeing by your rays? Should we not have the liberty to make love? Must do thy motions lovers seasons run. And your motions, should we follow your motions and do things accordingly? No, lover seasons or lover's time will not run by your motion. Your moves and your gestures are your own. You may be a universal entity, but for me, you are only a part of the universe, and my world is my own. You are not welcome to my world. Saucy, pedantic wretch, you are saucy. It is a type of scolding, abusing the sun. Saucy, very haughty, pedantic, and very very accusative. Wretch, narrow sense, miser. Go side, let school boys and our apprentices. You go to the school boys who are becoming late, and to the sour apprentices and the novice ones, the learners who are taking under one's care, under one guide. You go to them and awake them. They are waiting for your rising, not we. Go, tell court huntsman that the king will ride. And you can go also and awake the court's huntsman, and so that the court's huntsman, in anticipating, go to the king and remind the king to awake and go for hunting. Call country ants to harvest offices. You can go and call the country ant. The country, pigeons. Here ant is, compared with the pigeons to harvest offices, to harvest their crops. Love all alike, no season knows, nor clime, nor hour, days, months, which are the rags of time. Love all alike. Love is all alike. It abide by no knows, no seasons, no climates, no hours, no days, no months, and they are the rags of time only. They are the divisor of time. Thy beams so reverent and strong, why should not thou think? Thy beams, your sun rays, so reverent and strong. Your sun rays, no doubt, is reverent, is very strong, is very worshipping one. Reverent is worshipping. Why should not thou think? Who are you of thinking yourself as a highest one? I could eclipse and cloud them with a wink, but that I would not lose her sight so long. I could eclipse and cloud them with a wink. If I wish, I can eclipse you through my closing of my eyes. If I close my eyes, there will be no one to see, not even you, the sun. Your entirety depends on the closing on my eyes. Don't be so hyper. Don't be so arrogant. But that I would not lose her sight so long. But I would not do this. I would not close my eyes for a single moment even. Because if I close my eyes, I will lose the sight of my lady love, though for a single moment. And I will not want to lose any chance of seeing my lady love, my beloved. If her eyes have not blinded thine, look and tomorrow late tell me. And even if her eyes make a glance upon you, you could be blinded. The sun, you could be blinded by the glance of my beloved. So you take care of yourself. My beloved eyes are so gorgeous and so brilliant that they could eclipse your entirety, your rays. So be aware. That is very hyperbolic usage of language. Look and tomorrow late tell me. Okay, you look around, and tomorrow late, come tomorrow, but late, not earlier, and tell me then whether both the Indias of spice and mine be where thou leftest them, or lie here with me. Whether both the Indies, here both the Indies means West Indies and East Indies. East Indies is our India, it is famous for spice, and West Indies is in the American continent, and it is famous for mine. So you above all can see everything, and you have the omniscient power, and you, after surveying things, tell me tomorrow that whether the East India's spice and the West India's mine are still there, or they are with me, because my beloved are no less valuable than the mines and the spices. You go around and look at their site and then tell me tomorrow that your West Indian and East Indian things are in my pocket, in my bed, because my beloved is so valuable, is so precious, that the East Indian spices and the West Indian mine are merely seems facet. Ask for those kings whom thou sawest yesterday, and thou shalt hear all here in one bed lay. Ask for those kings, and also ask for the kings around you, around the surrounding places, whom you saw yesterday, and tomorrow after surveying things, you come to me and you will hear that the kingly entity is all be with me in my bed, because I have in my possessions the most precious thing, the most precious personality, that is my lady love. Okay, now come to the final stanza. Seize all states and all princes, I nothing else is. Seize all states, seize all, irrespective of states, irrespective of territory, irrespective of the realm and the royal family. Seize to me what other things, the royal family and the states, I nothing else is, and nothing is does matter to me. Okay, princess do but play us. Compared to this, princess here, princess not prince, lady princess, his prince do but play us. Princes are nothing but play us. Compared to this, they are absolute command over his states or his lady love. And compared to this, all honor, mimic, all wealth, alchemy. And if compares to the absolute power and the realm, the realm as his lady love and the absolute power as his honor, the prince, the all honors mimic, all wealth, alchemy. The honors, the other honors, the secondary things are mimic, are only imitative, and all wealth, alchemy, and all the wealths are mere alchemy, mere the making of things from rusty things. Thou sun art half as happy as we. You, the sun, are as half happy as we. We are full of happiness, but you are half happy, because we are one. Yes, we are one. We two become one, and you as a single one. So you are half happy, and we are full happy. In that the worlds contracted thus, in that here she and me became one and contracted, shortened as a single entity. Thine age ask is, and your age now seeks for is. You become old, and since thy duty be, but you have to do your duty, and your duty is to arise in the morning and give sun rays to warm the world. And to warm the world is the duty of yours, and done in warming us. And thine here too was, and thou art everywhere. And you please do not warm others. Do not take the responsibility to warm others. You warm on me, on us, and thou art everywhere. And if we get warmed, our warmth will be spreaded to everywhere. This bed thy center, these walls thy sphere. And if you think our entity as a universe, as a world, that this bed is the sun and the walls are the sphere, or the entirety of your galaxy, of your diurnal movements. Okay, this is what about the poem. We will be discussing about the figures in your next video along with the questions, MCQs. Thank you.